All right, who farted? Seriously. I heard that. Now the intro to the YouTube video is all messed up. All right, just roll the start music. all right, there you go. Because we can with 1,000 beats. All right. I'll be right back. All right, we're starting up. We're starting up.
With no retreat, failures never taste the sweet. Science lessons learned in flight, journey on to endless night. For the stars, we aim so high. The poor jet did kiss goodbye. For science and purple light, we'll keep flying through the light. With hope so grand, EJ's got the master plan. Thrusters burn to reach the moon. In his eye you see the tune. Orbit dreams won't be delayed. Lessons learned from missions made. Kerbal Kind will forge a path to the stars beyond this path. For the stars, we aim so high. The poor jet did kiss goodbye. For science and purple light, we'll keep flying through the light. Rocket launch with hope so grand. EJ's got the master plan. Thrusters burn to reach the moon. In his eye you see the tune. Keep flying through the light.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna play that. I'm just kidding. Welcome to the Space and Rocket Review. You two girls, tell your friends. Space and Rocket Review. You in the hat. you want? I mean.
When you're Kerbal stuck in space, so you're trying to get to the MSC race. One man has all.
I hate that I know the lyrics to this.
To help you solve.
You know what? We're not playing that any good. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. Burbles stuck in space that you're trying to get to the MSC rate. We should play Summer Car on Wednesdays again. It's springtime. It's close enough. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so you will listen to it and you'll like it, but Dad, I don't wanna. All right, Satana. Yeah, Satana. Oh, you Satana. Anyway, here, let's start space news with a video from the Fram 2 mission. Check this out. You thought the videos yesterday were good. Check this one out.
Where is Florida?
You see where we launched from? We had a little arm. It sticks out a little bit on the east coast. I can see our launch pad from here.
Whoa.
Do you see it?
Yeah, Key West.
Yeah, but see our launch pad, Chin.
Dude.
See
Yes.
our launch pad.
Yes. This is our launch pad. Oh my god.
What the hell?
How cool is that?
Don't fall. Yeah, you getting vertigo yet or what? That's crazy, dude. Look at Tampa. It's Tampa,
This part
Fort
goes
Myers.
to America. Right?
I'm gonna be over here. Well then. Well, that's Lake Okie Dokie is right there, yep. Dude, I gotta back this up. Hold on a second. When he zooms in. Bro. So, that's Kennedy Space Center right here. This is Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. That's 39A. That's where they launched from. Crazy. You guys want to see something even crazier? They launched that way. That way out of 39A. They went out over the ocean and then went around and went down that way. Now, why? I know people are going to ask, why are they going up? Well, sending and descending nodes. The Earth spins. So sometimes you're going north to south over Florida. Sometimes you're going south to north. Depends on where you're orbiting when the Earth spins. Because you think about it like this: if you got a polar orbit, the Earth's going to spin underneath you. So you're going to go over a different thing every time you go up and down. What's the churning noise? That's the life support systems, Ethan. So look at this. Cocoa Beach. Satellite Beach down here. There's Port Canaveral. There it is. This is Merritt Island. That's Merritt Island. That's KSCVC. That's Blue Origin's facilities right there. That's Kennedy Space Center Industrial. That's Roberts Road. Look, dude, you can see the foundation for the Gigabay. This is SpaceX right here. That's SpaceX's facilities, and those are Blues. That's the skid strip right there. Dude. This is crazy. I know this is a super zoom, but this orbit seems pretty low. It's about 280 miles up, so 440 through 460 kilometers, somewhere in there. It's not bad. Look, check that out. Look at all the pads that are under construction. That's Slick 36. That's New Glen's pad right there. There's LC-12. That's Landing Zone 1. There's the twin landing pads right there. That's the former Complex 13. Complex 14 is there. And then right there is Relativity's pad. Or no, Relativity's over here. There's Complex 34, Complex 37, 40, 41. That's LC 46 out there. Crazy, dude. There's the shuttle launch and landing facility. They call it the SLLF now, or just LLF, I think. Look, you can see the expansions that they're doing out there. That's the VAB. KSC, there's the turning basin right there. KSC press site is right there. That's 39B, 39A. Where's the launch viewing area? The press site is right here. Do we know the splashdown time for From tomorrow? No, we don't. Dude, look. The entire Floridian Peninsula. Look at that, man. Bro. There's Miami. Miami. Actually, that's Fort Lauderdale. Fort Lauderdale's up there, excuse me. Miami's over here. There's the Keys. What camera is that? I don't know, Nuss, but it's a good one. Yeah, no, the Keys. They're right here. See? Where's the factory? Which factory?
Yes.
Our launch pad.
Yes, yes. It's our launch pad. Oh my god.
Oh, the Freedom Factory. That's in Bradenton. So that's right there in Manatee County. It's right around there. Yeah, there's Anna Maria Island right there. See that little strip right there? That's Anna Maria Island. Bradenton is right here. There's a huge highway that runs right there. So 75 runs right here and goes all the way down, right? So Florida has two big highways, dude. 75 is on this side and 95 is on the other side, right? Cleater's place is right there. It's right. See where this kind of inlet is? Right here, right around the mouse cursor. It's right there. Source, been there. Zoom in, see if you could see it. I don't think you can with this picture. This is Tampa over here, so that's Tampa. That's Lake Okeechobee in the Everglades, right here. Freaking Miami's right there. That's crazy, dude. POV I-5. Am I a joke to you? You can't see I-5 in this. It's over there. I-4? That's... I-4 goes from here to there to there. Daytona's up there. Daytona Beach is right there. You can't see it. It's behind clouds. Orlando is right here. That's Kissimmee with the lakes around it. Disney World's right there. Sebring's over here somewhere.
Our launch pad.
The Bahamas are over there. Dude, look, you see all the way up the damn coast. You can see to the Outer Banks. What the hell, dude? I mean, I know it's space, but man, that's cool.
Yes, yes.
That's North Carolina up there.
This is our launch pad. Oh my god.
Yeah, unbelievable. Daytona's... Dude, you can see Daytona! Yo! There's the airport. All right! That's pretty neat.
This is our launch pad. Oh my god.
How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Oh my goodness. That's Orlando right there. Can we see Disney? Oh no, we got to go a little bit more north. Screw this. I'm comparing it to Google Earth and I don't care. This is important. Yeah, see, that lake is in Kissimmee. So OIA should be just north of that. And then just to the left of that is Disney. All right, cool. Let's see what we got. There you go. So Disney's somewhere right here. Can you see MCO? Yeah, it's right there. You can kind of see it. You can see one of the runways. That's Orlando International Airport. That's cool, man. That's where I used to live.
They call this part Go for America. Right?
Right. I used to live right there. About right there. Long time ago. It's been 20 years almost. Dude. Look, so Jacksonville. So that's Daytona. All right, St. Augustine's right there. Jacksonville is up here. And then you're into Georgia. Florida Georgia line, not the band, is right there. Dude, you can even, if there weren't any clouds, you could see Pensacola. Pensacola and Tallahassee are over here. It's so damn cool, dude. That's so cool. Dude, is this GeoGuessr? GeoGuessr from space, maybe? Bro. Look, the Gigabay right there. See this top square? That's the Gigabay. That's cool. That's all the Blues facilities right there. Port Canaveral, CCSFS, Slick 36, 40, 41, 39A, 39B. That's the pad that this mission launched from. Right there. That's freaking cool, dude. That's really neat. Doesn't look very giga up from up here. Dude, you can see it from space. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, there's the SLF right there. That's the old shuttle landing facility. Bro, that's really cool, man. I didn't realize the SpaceX facility was that close to 39A. Yeah, that's Roberts Road. Hangar X is right there where they refurbish Falcon 9s. And then this building that's next to it right there is where they make tiles for Starship. Over here is where they're going to build a Star Factory. The Star Factory is going to be about, so see where my mouse cursor is? From there to there. It's going to take up all this. You will easily see it from space. Easily see it from space. The factory goes all the way up to here. What's the altitude here? 280 miles. Do you think that's more than 100 times optical zoom? Because they have a stable picture. I don't know. I'd be curious to ask them about their cameras. Dude, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. That's pretty neat, dude. That's pretty neat. Hey, Lava, what's going on? Yo, Lava, check this out. Look. You can see the Gigabay from space. Dude. You can see the damn Gigabay. It's not even built yet. You can see its foundation. That's a big freaking building, dude. Look at the shadow that the VAB is casting. Should tell you how big that building is. The VAB is gigantic, dude. You could see it from a long way away. So let me just look at Google Earth just to make sure I'm looking at this right. So New Smyrna Beach is right there, and then Daytona is up here. I'm wondering. So right here is the altitude that they're at in this photo. You sure about that? You sure about that? Math checks out. Damn, dude. Damn, that's cool. So, New Smyrna Beach, Daytona Beach, St. Augustine, Jacksonville. Yeah, there's Daytona right there. I said it was over here before. That's New Smyrna Beach. So that means I-4 is somewhere right here, and it goes that way. Yeah, Daytona's right there. Damn, that's cool. Enhance. 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 So these are pictures from too. They no, don't almost tweeted something. That would have been bad. Pretty cool though, huh? Just print the dang thing. Daytona.
Rolling Stone.
All right. Okay, next bit of news. Sorry. All right, you know what? I'm doing it again.
Rolling Stone.
All right. So, check this out. This happened this morning. I'm starting off with all the SpaceX stuff. Here, take a look. Fine, one more time.
Rolling Stone.
All right, sorry. That was something to join into? Yeah, well, you ain't ready for this.
Bruh.
My name is Jeff.
All right, cool. Check this out. So this is coming from LSR. This is a screen cap from LSR from Starbase Live. This is booster 14 on the launch pad at Boca Chica. Now watch this drive. I didn't think it was going to be that loud. Headphone users, you've been warned. Because the first part of this was a time lapse. You know? What? 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 Huh? All right. All right, we're doing it again. Ready? Now watch this drop. I did warn them. Yeah, that's right. That was a long static fire. So, if you don't know why this is cool, that booster has flown already. It flew on Flight 7. Wowzers. So that was the full time lapse from LSR. I like that one. Check this out. That prompted me to say sending level. It's. Ready? Ready? Same angle, but you know, sending level. It's. All right, this could be loud again. You know, you've been warned. Cringe level. Your. How's that actually looking? That was awesome, Jack. Not bad. So check this out. SpaceX posted this. So, static fire of the Super Heavy preparing to launch Starship's 9th flight test. This booster previously launched and returned on Flight 7. 29 of its 33 Raptor engines are flight proven. Oh. Eight-second static fire. Yep. So Booster 14 reuse is more than a maybe. I don't think they would have done that if they, if it wasn't. I see SpaceX knows how to balance audio. Yeah. That's why they get paid the big bucks, though, Mutter. Come on, chair. There we go. Yeah, that's, that's pretty good. There are more. There's more. Wow. Is this booster 14-1? I would call it 14-1 right now. Oh. I don't know why I can just look at this over and over again. Oh, man, that's cool. That's impressive. That is impressive. You know what's even more impressive? That 220-foot booster has flown to space and back. What's that guy doing on the stairs? I would not want to be standing here right now. They would never find a piece of you. Those shockwaves are a normally invisible death visualized. Dude, that would hurt so much, dude. It would instantly blow your eardrums out, like amongst other things. Honk for Hank! I can't honk for Hank, but I can do this.
Bruh.
Or even this. There we go. Thanks for the Prime sub, dude. Yeah. Yeah, you would not be happy standing right there. That would hurt a lot. Dude, there's one more. You know there's more. SpaceX is spoiling us, dude. There's more footage. Look. You see that pulsating right there? That's sound. Sound is doing that. That's how loud it is. The sound is so loud you can actually see it. Okay? It's perturbing the condensation around it. I must have missed what you were using a soundboard for when I visited. For this.
Rolling Stone.
Rolling Stone. Like, what are you using? You missed it because it's hidden. It ain't hidden no more, though, so I could just be like... It's just a stream deck, dude. Should have more sound effects. Yours doesn't respond that quick. You want to see input time? Take a look. Ready? Ready? This is the beep. How's that? One more time. Uh, uh, You said what to your mother? No, nothing. I'm trying something else. Maybe that worked. Wait, I didn't do the second letter. Crap. Double dots for dashes? Oh, okay. Crap, I messed it up again. Whatever. We'll have to do more Morse code later. Price check on prune juice. All right. Anyway. All right. Back to it. That first stuff was SOS. I was trying to do. Oh, I do hear a delay. I'm hearing you tap and then the beat. Hey. Why don't you do me a favor and shut the front door, okay? Do YYZ. I was trying. So it would YYZ would be 2 dots, dot, 2 dots, 2 dots. So. And then sometimes it doesn't do the double. Or my finger just sucks, you know. Could be that too. Look at the CO2 fire suppression vents above the engines in the second video. All right, cool. Back to space news. Yes. Scott, what's up, man? I should probably get back to, answering space questions. I don't see your last, dude. It's not a tag. Unless it's really, really old. Please see last message. Do you think it is wise to try reuse of a booster at this stage? Yes. I get that they are to this level with the booster, yes, but Starship, can they handle a potential loss due to failing the reuse of a booster? It really depends if they're going to. It really depends if they're going to land Booster 14 again. The next iterative step would be to launch this and then have it do an offshore divert. Launch Booster 14, have it do an offshore divert on purpose. To not sacrifice the pad, just in case. So, I have heard whispers that that is exactly what they're going to do, but that would be the next iterative step. If you have this thing do basically what Flight 4 did, just land out in the ocean, you know, and then, you know, have SpaceX go and try and fish it out and bring it back. I learned more solely for a Battlefield 1 Easter egg. Totally worth it, though. Yeah. I understand that there's plenty of space in space, and I understand that I am weightless in space. But if I am weightless, the real question is, am I still fat in weightless? Yeah, because fat is mass, not weight. Sorry, JD. Weight is just the effect of gravity on a mass, okay? You're still the same mass when you go up in space that you are down here. So, sorry, man. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. We all know you're not sorry. All right, shut up, fatty. Fine, I was trying to be nice, but if you're gonna force my hand, I'll go right to town, dude. I'll go right to town. I'm going right for the jugular, man. No, yeah, JD. I mean, you could think that. That's fine. We're sorry. Are you an actual engineer? No, I'm not 17. I've been covering. I guess I'm a spaceflight commentator at this point. I've been commentating on spaceflight for over 10 years. That was mean. Well, JD knows I was kidding, right? Oh God, I hope so. If not, he's like, all right, I'm leaving. Which, you know, probably fair. I spat my donut out. Sorry. I'm not fat, I'm horizontally successful. Well, yeah, you know, when you get older, you stop growing vertically, and then you start growing horizontally. That's just science or something. Yeah, we're horizontally integrated. Anyway, JD, if you're out there, I was just messing. I hopefully you don't hate me. I mean, if you do, it's fair. You know, Robin Williams once said, "You're not fat, you're just horizontally challenged." It's fine. He was probably kidding. Then again, he is mean, at least to the workers in the Republic. Look at, there's more pictures. SpaceX posted more pictures. I'm supposed to post some more pictures. You calling us fat? Just look at the picture. Dang it, man. Just look at the picture, okay? Isn't it nice? Seriously, that picture's pretty baller. Would you just look at it? That makes sense in terms of planning. Reflight seems like the best bet to get more data if you're forced to do a rematch of the last two launches with little guarantee of a different outcome. Yep. I'm guessing the 4-second static fire is an effect of confidence? Confidence? It was an 8-second static fire. He may not have been talking about Yakograd. From what I've heard, they're going to do a really late landing bird with a high angle of attack to reduce prop usage for further flights. I noticed that during the last flight, Baron, the booster burn time was, at least for with the Mark 1 eyeball, it looked like it started up a lot closer to the pad. Fat with a PH? Yes. We have not spotted Pi Engine, no. Man, that's crazy. All right, can we see Danger Dune in this picture? Hey, the roundabout. Nice. That's a roundabout. That's Danger Dune right there. Nice. I've crawled all in and around all these dang dunes. You see that? See that? Who likes trains? Because that's a right of way for train tracks right there. Who likes trains? Do you like trains? I like trains. See? A lot of water. That's Aussie for water. Oh, all right. I'm European, so I love trains. Hey, trains are for everybody, okay? Next ship already has all the engines needed. She might roll out to Massey's later this week or early next week. Are there trains in the U.S.? Yeah, of course. They're just freight trains. Biggest freight trains in the world, man. Sweet. Would someone survive launch hiding behind Danger Dune? No. 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 You would... The pressure would... I mean... I would want to be inside of a blockhouse that close. I would not... No. There are still passenger trains in the USA. They're just not that popular or very fast. Yeah, Amtrak, the participation award for passenger trains. Yeah, good. All right, cool. So that's what's going on down in Starbase here. Show you Starbase live. The booster is still out on the test stand right there. But they go hard on freight trains, especially big rigs. Yeah, okay. We picked a fight with them, Edmana, and we won because we have the longest freight trains. Just saying. If you survive the launch, the landing burn would. Yeah, I've seen the raw footage from Danger Dune. It's oh, what's this? Yeah. What do we got here? Remember Booster 15's hover to catch Mechazilla. Yeah. Yeah, it gets a little warm around Danger Dune. Yeah. Yeah, it gets a little warm. Yeah, it gets a little warm. I think I've seen these dudes before. When I was down there, most likely. Did you notice in the tweet from SpaceX Post that they said something about zero-touch reflight? What? The first super heavy reuse would be a step towards our goal of zero-touch reflight. Whoa. Oh, that's what this post was. Sorry, I was looking at the pictures. From to splashdown information. Okay, cool. I got it, Kate. Thank you.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Who was that subbing in there? Tyrant-scape, 37 monthly sub. Thank you. They learned that Australia is the world record for the longest freight train. Yeah, they did it once. Whatever. Whatever. Zero touch. That means basically a visual inspection and then put it back on the pad and you're good to go. Cool. All right. So that's what's going on down in Starbase. Here, let me put Starbase Live back up there. So check this out. Rocket stacking crew training underway. Mission patch ready to go. The Artemis II patch has been released. There it is.
And here we go. 10. Hydrogen burn-off igniters initiate. 7.
Is that the...
6. 5. Core stage engine start. 3, 2, 1. And liftoff.
I noticed they cut out a part of that. I noticed they cut out a part of that.
1.
Posted
And liftoff.
The music sounded warped like your own old streams. It doesn't sound warped to me, Lou. I really don't know how to fix this problem if it doesn't sound warped to me, homie. Thank you for letting me know, though.
And here we go.
10.
Hydrogen burn-off igniters initiate. 7, 6, 5. Core stage engine start. 3, 2, 1.
Boosters in ignition.
And liftoff.
Liftoff of Artemis I. We rise together back to the moon and beyond. It's pretty awesome. And there's a picture of the patch. I like the I very much like the subtle nod to Apollo 8. If we look at Apollo 8's patch, I mean, 8's patch is pretty damn good. Subtle nod. That's really good. Would be nice if Artemis II could safely move to the left, say September or October of this year. Yep, both are triangles. Like I said, yeah, this patch is a subtle nod to Apollo 8, which is really cool. I like it a lot. Jim Level, good man in a crisis. Yeah. Is Artemis II also a free return? So yes. Yes, it is. Let me put it to you like this. That phase of the mission is free return. And I think it's important to say that phase of the mission because Artemis II is like a combination of it's a combination of like Apollo 9, I guess. Yeah, it's a combination of Apollo 9 and Apollo 8. So, check this out. Artemis II will launch. It launches out of Florida and puts itself into an eccentric orbit, right, with a high apogee. And what's going to happen is, or no, it launches into a parking orbit. The ICPS will fire, the upper stage will fire. It'll put it into a higher orbit, right? And while it's coasting out to that higher orbit, they do proximity operations demonstrations. So that right there, this phase of the mission is there to demonstrate that Orion can be flown. That's Orion's proximity demo. So they're gonna fly. So the stage is like this. They're gonna separate. They'll turn around, go back towards the stage,
Discovery,
right?
go at throttle.
And then they'll move around to the side of the stage, get close, back off, go back again, and then back off. After that, they'll use the European Service Module, the ESM, to perform the rest of the translunar injection burn for a free return trajectory with just the Orion capsule. Hey, Doom, what's up, man? Also a nod to Orion. Nice. Oh, nice, Graham. You've been there. That's cool. Europe mentioned. Oh, nice, Wendy. That's cool. They'll pretend they're doing the Apollo LEM extraction thing. Yeah, that's why it's called proximity operations, because not rendezvous proximity operations and docking. It's just no rendezvous is needed. You're there already. And there's no docking, so it's just proximity operations. Yeah, so the mission will do a lot of things at once. You ask if it's a free return. Yes. Yes, but no. But yes, it is. That phase of the mission is a free return. They will do one retrograde orbit around the moon, and the moon will shoot you back towards Earth. It truly is an insane mission, guys. This is a lot. That's a lot for one mission. Yeah. This is a crazy freaking mission. I am, to be honest with you, I'm not necessarily worried about any particular phase of the mission except 13, 14, and 15. We know that heat shield is. They also hope that a starship will be near Orion to do some connectivity tests between the two. Artemis 2 years away.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. You think Artemis 3 could actually hit 2027? Yeah, it's possible. Do they have a relay to prevent communications blackout on the far side of yet? No, Intuitive Machines is actually working on that right now, Zubaski. I think you're blocking the Prox Ops demo in the corner. Well, yeah, there you go. That's actually, this is an outdated graphic. They're going to go to the side of the stage too, and then come back. That's, I can say with pretty damn good confidence that it's going to go towards it, and then it's going to go to the side, and then it's going to come back. Boss, what? What do you want? What's up? What do you need? Bring back the Saturn V? Yeah. If SLS does a Delta IV Heavy with a Fireball, would they abort launch or send it? It won't. Aren't they slowing down at moon periapsis and doing a couple laps? No. Figure 8 in the mission patch is actually a reference to all the rules. Okay. So yeah, the Artemis II patch is out. There it is. Pretty good, man. Like I said, subtle nods to Apollo 8 everywhere, which I appreciate. That's pretty cool. How much does it cost? Who cares? Artemis 2 is a hell of a mission to fly with an untested environmental control system. Yeah, I know. I remember seeing a return-to-flight shuttle astronaut criticizing NASA on the Artemis II heat shield decision. Limo up, that's Charlie Camarda. And personally, I think he's absolutely right. I don't think that that's a good idea, but hopefully the the heat shield engineers at NASA are smarter than me and him. More him, because I'm not part of this equation. But are you saying the heat shield choice was good yesterday? The decisions that the engineers made was good, Graham. That would have been a great decision if you were flying the capsule more than twice before putting people on it. Something bad happens. Who's responsible for the decision? That's the question. Hard to say. Isn't it a good idea to send some GPS satellites to do the landing more safe like on Earth? Yeah, it would be. I told you that they're working on that right now. Intuitive Machines is working on building out a global a satellite timing and positioning system for the moon. They have like I think it's a $3.8 billion contract with NASA. Hear me out. In an alternative timeline, would traveling up on a Block 3 starship to meet HLS starship for a moon landing be feasible? That might be what happens, Bazdon. Not out of the realm of possibility. Are we going to talk about Eric Berger's interview with the Starliner astronauts? I talked about it when the article came out yesterday. Or was that the day before? Yeah. Bummer, I missed it. Todd, long story short there with Starliner is that thing is a... whoever gave that thing the green light to put people on is not good at doing space flight. Yeah. Not good at doing space flight is the nicest way I can put that. Yeah, you had 6th off LOC, which is 6 degrees of freedom, loss of control. Now, if you don't know what 6 degrees of freedom is, that's not a big deal. Not a big problem. It's that last part that's the only part you really need to understand. Loss of control. If that sounds bad, yeah, that's bad. So this is referring to an article talking about that Eric Berger did from Ars Technica, interviewing Butch and Sonny about different phases of the mission after they came home on the Crew 9 Dragon. They were going to, when they went up to originally dock Starliner to the space station, Starliner lost control. They lost control of Barry lost control of the vehicle. Not because of fault of his own, because they kept blowing out thrusters. Thrusters kept getting too hot. They kept overheating. So the computer shut them off. He lost control of that thing. And he's like, So NASA violated their own flight rules because the loss of control means you might not be able to get home. So they violated their own flight rules and had Starliner basically take refuge at the ISS so they could figure out what was going on. And we all know how that story ended. Yeah, 6 DOF LOC, not great. That, now, on one hand, you're always going to get a surprise with spaceflight. It happens. You do not want that. That is enough to be like, whoever chose to send this is not really good at their job and probably shouldn't be doing this anymore. That's a Bush League mistake. Yeah, that's a Bush League mistake. Like a big Bush League mistake. On that note, are astronauts in their respective capsules when dockings occur? I think so, Lava. I want to say yes, but I don't remember. Random fun fact from that flight. I personally know one of the NASA flight surgeons for the Starliner flight. He had words about it. This level of surprise is inexcusable. Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's curveballs that you get during space flight, and then there's just quite frankly idiotic mistakes. I mean, and we heard it right from Barry's mouth. That is quite frankly an idiotic mistake. Not on Butch and Sonny's part. Nope. I don't think they did. I think they did a stellar job. They did their job as test pilots, but and got the thing to the damn space station with blown out thrusters, which is pretty. Them and NASA flight operations coordinated together to get that, to basically like nurse that dang thing all the way to docking, which is absurd. Yeah, that is inexcusable. The thrusters doing that. You need those. We did some calculations to see if the ESM can slow down Orion to a low orbit-esque trajectory post-RTC. We found that it cannot do that with the delta V margins on the service module. Baron, I don't mean to be a dick to our European friends, but that module does not have enough delta V to really do what we're trying to do here. How do they nurse it? Tiny little burst. They power cycled the thruster controllers, plate and blade. They shut the thrusters off and on multiple times to get them to recycle, and then barely got the thing there. 6-stop LOC is your steering wheel coming off and the gas sticking down and the brakes failing. Something like that. Yes, exactly. They power cycled the thrusters. That's limp it into the garage like a race car. That is exactly what happened. I have a question. A weird TFR showed up on the FAA website for Lac Rock, Nevada, a space TFR. I have no idea. Guys, I don't mind working with our European buddies, nor is it really their fault. They made the service module to our specifications. It's not Airbus makes the ESM in Bremen, Germany. I don't think that's that it's their problem. I think the ESM is woefully woefully inadequate for doing space flight or in lunar orbit. It's just not enough. Baron, I've been saying this for years. Orion only has enough to get to Gateway. It doesn't have enough to get to low lunar. And I think that is a catastrophically dangerous thing to do. That is a really, 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 really dangerous. Why? Why is it dangerous? Because, okay, you saved some money making a service module that can get you like 7/8 of the way to low lunar orbit. Like, it can get you pretty damn close. But that last bit means you need to, you're swapping complexity of your service module for a more complicated lander, right? Orion only being able to get to Gateway's orbit, it basically forces you to either make a gigantic freaking lander or make a 3-stage lander. A 3-stage lander, or forces you basically into fueling operations around the moon. And if you look at sustainable lunar development or Starship, each one of those things, the 2 lunar lander options that we have on contract with NASA, each one of those requires a good amount of refueling to get the lander anywhere near it. Doing that, basically, you just traded a little bit more complicated service module for a lot more complicated lander, which is why people are critical of Gateway in the first place. Now, the other thing is that, SLS doesn't have a powerful enough upper stage to be able to put a capsule in a lander that big. Basically, SLS can't do exactly what a Saturn V can do because it doesn't have a powerful upper stage. So it can't get that magic 45 metric tons TLI. 45 metric ton TLI is enough to get a 2-stage lander and a capsule out there. That's like the golden number for being able to do sustainable lunar exploration. SLS cannot do that. It can't do it. SLS, even in the Block 1B configuration with the more powerful upper stage, can do maybe 42, 43. It's not enough to be able to move a 3-stage lander and a capsule out there in one shot, which is annoying. We did all this under the guise of saving cash, and all that's doing is just making it so we have to develop and spend more money on a more complicated lander. Now, you could do what SpaceX is doing, like I said, brute force it and just make a lander that just gets you to the surface and to the surface and back to Gateway, like Starship HLS, but that requires a ton of refueling. Now, do I think that's a criticism of SpaceX? No. Do I think they'll do it? Yes, I think that's one of the only things that they'll deliver on. Not SpaceX. I think that's the only part of the Artemis program that'll get delivered relatively on time. But yeah, that simplification of your service module just basically didn't simplify anything. It just made landing on the moon more complicated. Tell us to build a better service module and you do it. No doubt in my mind, Xerax. I never said this was a mark against Airbus or the European aerospace industry. if we needed you to build a better service module, you would build a better service module. You know what I mean? Like, you guys are up to the task, obviously. It's just whoever chose this idiotic design, which was somebody over here, to save money, you didn't save any money. You saved money at the time, but now it's more complicated down the road. This is, once again, that isn't a mark against, European engineering. Obviously not. Obviously, you guys know how to make a service module. Duh. Duh. Like, you have the technical expertise to do that. I think you guys have the technical expertise to build your own damn Saturn V if you wanted to. But you guys gotta want to, so I don't know. But yeah, I don't think it's a mark against the engineering. It's a mark against whoever thought, oh yeah, let's get our, it'll be cheaper if we get our capsule 7/8 of the way to low lunar orbit, right? Instead of just making it go all the way there. And then you're once again, you're making an insanely complex, you're basically complicating the ways to get down to the surface from there. That's it. That's really it. And now if something does go wrong with your more complicated lander, right? If something does go wrong, Orion can't be used as a lifeboat. Because there are phases of the mission, save for the actual landing, right, where the capsule can't go. With Apollo, yeah, when you undock and when you go to land with the 2-stage LEM, right, that is the most dangerous part of the mission. But anywhere else during the mission operations, with the exception of lunar landing, you have the CSM and the LEM to be used for rescue operations. Like, I don't know, Apollo 13 comes to mind. Yeah, you don't have that capability for a very big part of lunar operations with how the Artemis program is set up. And I don't think that's right. I really don't think that's a good idea. I think that will come back to bite us. I understand what Gateway is, and it makes sense when you see this as a Mars practice field. Oh yeah, of course. Aqualex, to be 100% fair, I don't have any... My only criticisms of Gateway... I think Gateway's a good idea. My only criticisms of Gateway is... they forgot to... The program management seems to be crappy, from what I can tell. It's not very good. I would have no problem with Gateway if Orion had an Apollo CSM attached to the back. Sure. Yeah, I have no problem with that. That's fine. I would want Apollo to be able to take the lander down to low lunar in one shot. Now, Aqualex, another way I describe this to people, right? And you've heard me say this. I'm saying this for everybody else, right? Another way I like to describe this is, could you do the Artemis program with a Saturn V and a CSM and a LEM? Like, if we just made Saturn V right now, like, we could just poop it out and we have it and we're good to go and we have everything. You could just make an exact copy with just better, like, modern engineering. Could a Saturn V do the entire Artemis program? Yes. Could it do it better than SLS? Yes. Absolutely. Sure. Yes, it could do it better. Way better. Could a Saturn V build Gateway? Yes, of course. Could it build a better Gateway? Yeah, most likely. Could it build a Gateway faster? Yep. I'd argue that the Orion service module isn't inherently bad, but one of the problems that you should know is that AJ-10 struggles to handle the precise solar arrays and battery are underpowered for sustained low lunar orbit missions due to the need of constant station keeping. Thermal management system relying on ammonia-based active cooling and fixed radiators is optimized for the stable environment near Gateway, not the extreme thermal gradients of low lunar rapid day and night transitions. Yeah, great. Yeah, that's awesome. Baron, my point still stands. The CSM could do everything that Orion's trying to do better. Sorry. My thing is that Apollo was so long ago. Yeah, it's a conditional hypothetical, Jazz. It's more a commentary on the non-integrated architecture that Artemis is using, and not necessarily on, like, performance and if we could make it now, etc., etc. Then why are we dicking around with SLS? Because some politicians said we should. That's why I constantly say, guys, that SLS needs a better upper stage. You need a higher energy upper stage that can throw 45 metric tons TLI. If you could do that, then you could work off boil-off mitigation, right? And you could get more mass out there in one shot, which is, yeah, doing it like Apollo used the way that Apollo used for a very good reason. Second half of the comment was important. When 4 or 5 people type essays to me, dude, I don't think I can read that fast. Architecturally, they're writing the playbook for Mars. They don't want to write anything new when there's a 9-month coast involved. I mean, if that's how you're going to go about coping with the fact that the architecture is inadequate, sure. Sure. Yeah, if that's what you want to do. As much as I love Starship, I think Blues Lander is better suited for the task. Sure. You could say that. It's 2 times the price, though. Baron, the Orion service module design requirements were planned in an era that NASA wanted other projects to rely on each other so they can never be killed. Orion needs Gateway, needs a 3-stage lunar lander. They were all planned to work with each other and spread the contracts to known contractors. So? Might be ready sooner. I would like to see that. I'd like to see that, Cirrus. I'd like to see that. That's all I'll say. You know, internally, we still talk about Doug Lavero. Hey, man, he was trying to get stuff done and got caught. Oops. It's not like your country is poor. Yeah, but the people that control the purse strings tend to like a lower price. I mean, personally, I think there's no price on going back to the moon. Xerox, that's been one of my things. You know, everybody says, oh, this is too expensive. SLS is too expensive. SLS is too expensive. I'm not saying that SLS is too expensive, to be fair. I'm saying that SLS is inadequate architecture for what we're trying to do. Because it is. And I don't like people that say, oh, it's too expensive. Compared to what? Compared to what? What is it too expensive compared to? The other moon rocket that we have? See what I'm saying? Anyway. Yeah. I don't know, dude. I'm not really too big of a fan of like Orion's capability right now. I would like it if, you know, if we could give SLS a better upper stage. It needs a better upper stage. And then, dude, I would even be cool with like a hypergolic 3-stage lander. Something using hypergols to basically retire the risk on your propulsion systems for like cryogenic propulsion systems. Use basically a bigger LEM for the most part. And then launch it Saturn V style, like with your 3-stage on top. And then an Orion on top of that in like a 1B configuration. I would be okay. I'd be okay with this. I just think it's really, yeah, it's a really fragmented architecture on purpose, and I don't like that. I'm not coping. I'm pointing out that a Mars mission, you'll need to rely on the lander, and Orion will be on the bench. If they're writing the Mars playbook, there's no room to use Orion here either. SLS is putting food on the table and I love it, but it's inadequate for the next 50 years. Whenever I get an email and find a SLS the next 100 years logo under it, I smile, knowing it's not surviving the next 10. Dude, I'm a pretty damn big SLS advocate, but I think in order to be able to be an advocate for what you want, like SLS, it's okay to have criticisms. I think that's how you truly understand it, right? With that being said, I think SLS would be fine for the next 10 years, maybe 15, then build something better. Let me put it to you like this. If we're in 21, 25 and still using SLS, that just, heck, man, if it's 2045 and we're still using SLS the way it is right now, like, okay, if that's the way you want to go, have fun being irrelevant. Anyway. Guys, do you guys remember Isar launched last week? Isar Aerospace. They launched out of the Andoya spaceport in Norway. Very picturesque launch. Oh yeah. Very good. Very good launch. Great footage. Amazing. And then right after that, it didn't go so well. Yeah, right after that, it didn't go so well. Yeah, see that whole part? See that part right there? That part's not good. Anyway, so we got an update from them. If you guys want to check it out, it's a 2-minute video. Take a look. We got an update from Isar on Flight 1.
I'm super excited.
Excitement?
Excited.
Excitement. Excited.
So yeah, after 7 years, it really feels like we're finally reaching the target.
And when I think beyond launch, there's an entirely new world opening. And so I'm really curious to get there, get on the other side. So we can actually grow Isar into a much bigger thing. And last but not least, I'm super, super grateful to the team who really poured their hearts into this.
I would like to say that, first of all, a huge thank you. And maybe a word that I do not use a lot. And it's very sincere. I'm very proud of you guys. Definitely.
What? What? Great separation, man. That was picturesque, just perfect. Really good.
Every step forward is a step of progress. We learn, we repeat, until we master it.
Like my colleagues already said, the data is really the payload here.
You need to actually know the limits in order to improve them and in order to improve yourself. And encourage the failure and like embrace it. And this is the key goal of this mission.
Ultimately, I think we do everything for the next generations to come. And I think space and space data plays a significant part in that. If you want to do something in or from space, you first have to get there. And that's what we do.
There you go. The more I hear from Isar, the more I like them. I'm just saying, that's how you got to do it, man. It blew up in your face. It happens. Launch another one. Shut up. Launch another one. There you go. Nah, maybe not the shut up part, but you get the idea. Right? That's good, man. But, I mean, yeah, Pete, lots of first checks off. They found a failure point they could fix. There you go. Why be happy at success? Why be happy at success? Why like celebrate? Why not just work 10 times harder to the next one? Huh? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Can you replay the launch footage from the video? Slow-mo, 5 seconds after liftoff, focus on the plume. Oddly specific. I thought it was a bit slow off the pad. Looks right to me, Maurice. Everything looks good here. This looks fantastic. Huh. I see it. Interesting. Yeah, I see it. Length decreases. Why? So you're getting some extra turbulent flow right there. See that? See the wiggles? One side is straight. That. Huh. Do you think the failure was due to an overcorrective TVC? Not an overcorrective thrust vector controller. The thrust vector controller isn't thinking, Ethan. It's the software that's controlling it. That's where I think therein lies the problem. At least we all thought that looks like an engine failure to me. Yeah. Could be a camera artifact as well. It's possible. If I had to guess, 1 or 2 engines underperforming and the guidance, navigation, and control system try to compensate and panicked. Yeah, now that you know, when we first watched it, I said this looks like a software issue. But honestly, Baron, looking at that looks like an engine failure right there. See that? See how the flames get a little turbulent right there, and it kind of goes in. Yeah, that looks like an engine failure. What propellants are they using? Liquid oxygen and propane, dude. They use propane. I tell you what, boy, they're using nice quality burning propane. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? I've seen a lot of people speculate it was something causing a temporary decrease in fuel flow upstream of the manifold that takes it to the engines because they all decrease in thrust equally. Bill, they could have had ice. Ice in the pickups would cause that. It was only for a second, though. And it may have caused an engine to flame out. Dude, like I said, we said that this was software. That doesn't look like software to me. That very much looks like something, I mean, plumbing or an engine failure or something. Or an induced plumbing problem with, like, that basically caused your engines to asphyxiate. Yeah, see, that's not good. The plume coming out of this thing should be nice and uniform. It should look like that. See that? That's happy. Those are 9 happy engines. See how uniform everything is? The engines come, like, the exhaust, like, let me see if they have a close-up shot. No, they don't. They had a close-up shot in the other video. Here, look. See this? Those are happy engines. You see how defined the plumes are? See this? No turbulence. It's a perfect hourglass. Those are happy. We saw the same phenomenon like when New Glenn launched. And, you know, obviously you see it with Starship as well. But when New Glenn launched, all 7 B4s were perfect. Like, perfect. It doesn't get better than that for a first attempt. I'll show you. Here, let me see if I can. Let me find it real quick. go. Look. Oh. See how happy those engines are? Look at it. See how crisp? See how crisp the plumes are? If you see turbulence in the plumes, that means something is happening upstream. Obviously, because, yeah. All the stuff that's... The only thing that could perturb this is something that's happening upstream. See that? That's beautiful, man. See, New Glenn is a little bit easier to see because they're using liquefied natural gas, which is mostly methane, but a little bit of propane and butane because they're trying to toy with something with mixture and efficiency, but that's a whole nother story. See, Isar is using propane, but look, those are beautiful. Those engines are really happy. At least 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are very happy motors. Nice and happy. Another point of view, I guess that also shows an immature proportional integrated PID. You could just say PID controller design, which is expected from such a young company with no flight experience. Yeah. This shows it a lot better. Yeah, see that? That's no good. Yeah, that's something upstream. Anytime you see plume perturbance like this, it's generally not something in the rocket engine, because if it was something in the rocket engine, it would explode. You just see it, catastrophic explosion. Plume perturbance like this is obviously not going to happen from the wind, right? This is something upstream. Still damn good for a first attempt. Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Dude, the fact that they got it off the pad, okay, all right, let me put it to you like this, Tessa. The fact that they got to that point right there is damn impressive for a first shot. It cannot be understated for a company that was basically a bunch of college students that decided they wanted to do this. That's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, to say the least. That's a big deal. Getting to that point right there is amazing. Like, it cannot be understated. Credit where credit is due. We all remember the Drift-Do rocket. Face Y, man. Do you think the failure was due to overcorrective TVC? Ethan, I think I answered that already. No, it looks like something failed, dude. You guys brought this footage to my attention. I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it that first time. Did they static fire this guy? On a test stand, Cold Tech, but yeah, no, not on this pad, not to my knowledge, no. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you guys basically gave us all the answers. You know, people are speculating that looks like something upstream of the motors. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I really don't have anything to add. I kind of agree with that. Is it possible that they have two separate failures, GNC problems and FOD in the lines? It was the first flight of a new vehicle, so it seems plausible. Bill, my speculative guess, I'll admit it, my speculative guess is that the GNC isn't really designed to be able to handle such a differential thrust at that phase in the mission, and it overcorrected because of whatever that was. That's what my gut's telling me. Because right after that little pop that we saw, it started doing the wiggly thing, and that's what caused it to flip. You know? Something that I bet they couldn't learn through static fires. Flight data is king, Tessa. Flight data is king. That's the truth. Nothing. Dude, this data is invaluable to Isar. One of their techs said it. The data is your payload here for this first flight. That, like I said, getting to that point right there is amazing. That is a skill that not many people in the world, not many companies in the world have. Who can separate a rocket like that and launch it? SpaceX. Blue can do it. Who else? Seriously, who else? What other private companies can do this? Astra did it once. or twice. Firefly, Rocket Lab, ULA, Isar. Anyone else? How did they get it there? A truck? India. We're talking private companies, Kiggy. Relativity, put an asterisk next to that one, no ref, but we'll count it. Mitsubishi. It's a government rocket, man. The point is that there's a skill being able to separate a rocket here that not many people in the world have. That's what makes that so damn valuable. Estes! Estes rocket. Jeez. That's the point that I'm trying to mention, guys. There's not many people that have gotten to that point. RFA didn't get to this point. PLD did, Lava. That's a good point. Actually, you know what? That's probably a better way to say this. What private companies in Europe have that capability? PLD and them. That's it. RFA tried to get to that point and it exploded. Yeah, Bloke PLD. Yeah, there you go. Now do the list of companies that actually do it regularly. SpaceX, ULA Rocket Lab. The point is, dude, that right there is not an easy thing to do. That's not a skill. Like, dude, even if we included governments, that's not a skill that not that many countries, let alone people, have. I don't know what that was, Coltech, but I zapped it. EJ, are you going to work on miniatures? What do you mean, love? I didn't clean out my shop just to work on cars. If that's what you're asking. No, that's a banana. When does BPS go to space? Well, soon. It's right in the name. When lift? It's coming. I'm waiting on my tax return, David. Baron, you were talking with some friends across the pond about Isar. Looks like they're literally like early SpaceX. European Union opened a funding round to help new companies to create small launch vehicles. Arianespace created a subsidy called Maya Space. Yep. With no design or pad or HQ or a factory for that matter, Maya Space gobbled up all the EU funding and did nothing for the past 2 years. They have a launch pad that they didn't make. So I just saw today that it's the 60th anniversary of the Snap 10A mission. Ooh, launching nukes into space for peaceful reasons. Sounds good, man. Was that a box of fingers? Yeah, Aaron, that was a box of rocket engines. Rockets. What a small SRB you have. Hey. You be quiet. Okay? Don't talk about my SRBs that way. Oh, nice, Willie. There you go. I like the channel. Watching since 3 months. Greetings from Germany. There you go, Pac-Man. Right on, man. Danke schön. Is this a new chair? Yep. Alright, anyway. That's a gray banana. Yeah, sorry. It's been on my desk for a while. But either way, seeing stuff like this from Isar is pretty awesome. That's pretty damn cool. Okay, I just want to point out the dude that's standing up next to the CNC machines. right there. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Look at the fist bumps. Or the freaking fist pull. Look at boom! Boom! Yeah! All right! Did you see that, dude? That dude's going nuts. I love it. Yeah! That's pretty good stuff, man. He was in charge of umbilical separation. You sure? Yeah, it didn't blow up. I mean, look at it at the beginning. Whoa, bro. That dude's pumped. I'm into it, man. That's great. The fist pump, dude. I think he's going like this, to be honest with you. I mean, dude, when I saw Falcon Heavy launch, I growled at it, so I don't know, man. Seeing rockets go for the first time makes you do weird things. I'm not gonna lie to you. The fives were high and the bumps were fisted. They also make you say weird things too. Wait a minute. Is this you know what it's a good time for? Hang on. You know what's a good time for? That the Aussie launch commentator. You guys know who I'm talking about? Watch this. This guy is the man. I gotta meet this dude someday. Listen to this rocket launch commentary.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah!
That's my guy right there. This guy's the freaking man. That's the best. The best launch commentary ever. Right? Tanya, I'll even allow the curse. Screw it. The best launch commentary ever. I gotta watch it one more time, dude. It gets me fired up.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah!
What a legend. Super Saiyan launch. Oh my goodness. It's so good. That guy makes me so happy. Oh man. Here, check it out. Metalhead detected. Yeah, dude, that's what I mean, man. That's what I mean. I'll link it up in both chats. Dude, rocket launches make you do silly things the first time you see them. You're just like, oh, yeah. You know? Super. Thank you for the raid, buddy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Super Ella. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. The Raiders, if the Raiders came in for that. What's going on, Raiders? How you doing? Oh, boy. We're just getting hype off some rocket launch footage. Just getting hype. You guys want to see? Watch. Best launch commentary ever.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah!
Dude, it gets me fired up every time. It makes me want to scream out, shake and bake! Shake and bake! Whew. All right. Trey, having your first rocket launch as Starship was an experience to say the least. Yeah. Oh, all right. Yeah, he's, dude. Needs the sound clip. Yeah! It's awesome. It's so good, dude. Anyway, all right. So let's get into more space news. We got more. How many G's was that? Yes. It was a sounding rocket, so yes. Yes. And the compressor kicked in. Yeah. All right. So the next bit is coming from Ursa Major, who's teasing some footage of them testing one of their rocket engines again here. Ursa's been doing a lot of testing on that stand, but there's really not much else there. So check this out. Another thing here. This is a post from a company I'm not really too familiar with. They're called NordSpace. We're proud to reveal our powerful new in-house 3D printed Hadfield engine. Hadfield engine? All right, that's fair. Mark III, 100% designed, manufactured, tested, and flown in Canada by NordSpace. With this new version, we are bringing massive improvements to thrust and regenerative cooling as we prepare for our first flight this year and make Canadian history, buddy. Seeing this engine come to life after months of painstaking design analysis, testing, and refinement was a breathtaking moment for the entire NordSpace team, guy. Sorry. The version of the Hadfield engine also marks our first engine designed to transition NordSpace from pressure-fed systems to turbopump-fed cycles, currently under active development and very long-duration burns. These would be massive leaps forwards for Canada's orbital space launch ambitions and sovereign assured access to space. Our team has developed unique mastery over metal 3D printing complex aerospace components to produce flawless prints like this engine with challenging internal geometries, angles, and features. As for the next steps, this engine will be post-processed, inspected, and heat-treated all in-house and then shipped to our new Dark Horse propulsion test stand at the Canadian Space Research Range. Keep an eye out for some of the epic hot fire footage coming soon as we turn up the heat and accelerate our pace of development at NordSpace. We're just getting started, buddy. You get through it faster with a Canadian voice? We have three generations of the Hadfield engine and more displayed at the inaugural Canadian Space Agency Launch Conference on 29th in Ottawa. With only a week left to register, join nearly 200 people, all playing a role to bring sovereign space launch capabilities to Canada, guy. It's a good day for Canada, and therefore the world. Can't play the promo music. Nice. All right. As is tradition. Oh, they didn't want us to see that. Infill. I wonder where they got that CNC machine from, buddy. No, that's great, man. Good for them. Good. More rockets, please. More rockets, please. More rockets, please. And that's a great day for Canada and therefore the world. New Zealand shamed Australia into getting rockets. Now Australia will be soon shaming Canada. All right. I'm not your pal, friend. Hey, well, I'm not your buddy, chat. We're not your chats, friend. SpinLaunch news is out. They're nearing bankruptcy, so they're changing their company model. All right, we'll talk about that more in a second. As is tradition. That's right. It tracks. They have the aerospace swish in their logo. Yeah. Now they're pouring the poutine into the combustion chamber, as is tradition. And now the Royal Canadian Prince is dipping the Royal Canadian Princess in the pudding, also known as liquid fuel, as is tradition. Sorry. All right, check this out. So we got another post from Vast. All right. Baron, we'll talk about that in a moment. Stay with me. All right. Vast has signed an agreement with NASA Glenn to perform... NASA Glenn is a NASA research center in Ohio. To perform final environmental testing of Haven 1 at the Neil Armstrong Test Facility in early 2026. This test campaign will validate the station's performance in space-like conditions, including acoustics, vibration, electromagnetic interference, and thermal vacuum. The agreement marks another milestone in VAST's progress as a commercial low Earth orbit development partner, NASA CLIOD. That is the thermal vacuum chamber that they're going to test the Haven 1 module in. Pretty cool. I'll give you 3 guesses who VAST is working with to potentially get people to their space station when they launch it. I'm late for space news. What did you miss? Everything. Boeing. Yeah, that's right. Okay, how'd you guys know? Jeez, they said you were good. I bet you're wondering why we call them the Andes. They're both named Andrew. They said you were good. You have something that Sergeant Popwell didn't have. What's that? A great big bushy beard. Now on to something completely different. All right. What are we looking at here, Baron? What do you got for me? This is coming from Königsberg Nano Avionics. That's the power of Putin. I love Putin, man. SpinLaunch has selected Nano Avionics as an exclusive supplier to build its 280 satellite Meridian Space broadband constellation in LEO under a $122.5 million contract that includes 2 proprietary satellites with an IOD mission planned for 2026. SpinLaunch will utilize our standard flight-proven MP42 microsatellite bus for the IOD mission and MP42 subsystems for the tailored constellation satellites. Meridian Space is SpinLaunch's next-generation satellite communication solution, offering global terabytes per second capacity with a single launch, thanks to the satellite's compact flat-pack design, efficient payload technology, and our high-performance, mass-efficient MP42. One letter off being a buzzsaw. Anyway, MP42 microsatellite avionics. At approximately 70 kilograms each, the 280 constellation satellites are much lighter than currently operational SATCOM platforms, providing significant performance advantages per kilogram. Diesel. All right. Using SpinLaunch's proprietary suite of groundbreaking technologies, including ultra-efficient reflect array antennas, first-of-its-kind orbital architecture featuring a repeating ground track, and simplified user terminals and gateways, Meridian Space will provide a low-cost, reliable, high-speed broadband service to global Okay, yeah, all right, cool. To meet the 280 satellite constellation production schedule, we will ramp up our manufacturing capabilities by adding a new assembly and testing facility to our European headquarters in Vilnius, Lithuania. Meridian Space plans to grow the constellation to at least 1,200 satellites as outlined in the company's 2021 Spectrum filings. And Nano Avionics aims to continue supporting SpinLaunch in scaling the initial network through our experience in serial production and system customization. Oh. What is going on here?
This is a major milestone and a new chapter for us and the new space industry when Kongsberg Nano Avionics now has been contracted by SpinLaunch to design and manufacture 280 satellites for their broadband satellite constellation Meridian.
As the exclusive supplier for the first layer of Meridian's global SATCOM constellation, we will provide a standard satellite bus for its in-orbit demonstration, develop tailored satellite prototype, and replicate it for serial production.
Meridian Space is bringing a new type of LEO SATCOM system to market that's the most efficient LEO SATCOM that's ever been built, leveraging several innovations never previously deployed across orbits, unique antenna technology, and the overall satellite system to bring terabits of capacity to the market globally with far fewer launches than ever before. And for enterprises, low latency LEO-based systems can provide service for mission-critical operations and applications globally at an affordable price, enabling new opportunities for business and to benefit the world.
Our SATCOM solution has already been tested, validated, and now backed by investors, customers, and suppliers. We're ready to bring a truly groundbreaking, high-speed, low-cost SATCOM solution to the marketplace.
The satellites we will manufacture for Meridian are extremely light by SATCOM standards, weighing only around 70 kilograms each, but capable of several times more capacity per kilogram compared to current state-of-the-art systems in low Earth orbit. This mass and size efficiency significantly reduces constellation deployment costs.
The reason that Nano Avionics and Meridian together can put so much capacity into such a small satellite comes down to innovations both on the bus side and on the payload side. Meridian's payload is really efficient, low power, and Nano Avionics bus is inherently low mass and high performance. When you put those two things together, what you get is a constellation that can offer broadband services at a price point that nobody else can compete with. The thing that makes our payload unique is that it is both a reflect array and bent pipe. And with it being a reflect array, it means that it's this low power beam steering antenna, as opposed to something like a direct radiating phased array that uses much more power and is more complex.
We selected Nano Avionics as our exclusive satellite bus provider and integrator after an intensive process of reviewing the available solutions in the industry and found that Nano Avionics has the best-in-class space heritage and performance with their subsystems. Nano Avionics is with us through all stages of the program, starting with development and then quickly moving on to production and scaling the constellation. At the development stage, we're leveraging their MP42 bus, a standard bus with spaceflight heritage, to demonstrate our unique payload technology. Quickly thereafter, we ramp into production, leveraging their facilities, infrastructure, and team to rapidly build out the constellation, starting with the first 280 satellites and eventually scaling to 1,200.
For the build-out of the entire constellation, Nano Avionics will add roughly 1,000 square meters of manufacturing, assembly, integration, and testing facilities to our European headquarters here in Vilnius.
We've consistently grown at the pace of our customers to optimize overheads and product pricing. So we and our parent company Kongsberg have experience expanding our facilities, staff, and manufacturing capabilities very quickly.
The new satellite factory will leverage our automated manufacturing and testing by ramping up production capacity up to several hundred satellites per year.
By combining Meridian's novel SATCOM technology and impressive and ambitious engineering with Kongsberg Nano Avionics' pioneering platforms, we look forward to opening this new chapter in the new space industry and helping SpinLaunch to deliver satellite connectivity to businesses all around the world.
Hey, Italy. Corsica, Sardinia, Sicily, Libya, Morocco, Egypt? Egypt? Yeah, Egypt. Algiers is behind the satellite.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Actually, it's not called that anymore, but you get the idea. Joe Simba 1. 59-month resub. Thank you. Guys, yeah, that's a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff to promise there. Let's see if they can do it. Yeah. Talk is cheap.
This is a major milestone.
Do it. Just saying. So they shifted from spinning to satellites. Yeah. Yeah, I could have told you. So they're outsourcing the launch and build for 120 million. Hell nah. Where's the info about PLD space there, Baron? Many things to wish him the best. Well, yeah, obviously, dude. We don't want to see anybody fail. You know, but also SpinLaunch. I heard spinning was a nice trick, and I guess that's only for prepubescent, force-sensitive fighter pilots. Yeah. Yeah. SpinLaunch was a cool idea. Now it's just yet another knockoff Starlink. Yeah. Steve Reed, it's kind of funny because, you know, everybody saw the success that SpaceX was having, right? And now everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna build a competitor Falcon 9," right? And then you know, a lot of those people that tried it didn't do it, and now they see the success that Starlink is having, and it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna build a better Starlink," right? Like, okay, we'll see how that works. Let's be honest, the idea was kind of doomed from the start. I had my doubts, Xerax, but let's see. I mean, that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. They just maybe needed some capital, so they pivoted to a profitable venture. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're gone for sure, you know. That's tech in a nutshell. Ever tried to be the next Facebook and so on. Yep. No, they're going to use PLD apparently. PLD Aerospace, a Spanish satellite provider, or Spanish launch provider, excuse me. On the moon, sure. On Earth, nah. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know Alex ran a rocket company. There's more than like 3 people in Spain, Steve Reed, despite what we may think. Is a Starlink competitor other than Kuiper even possible? The constant launches required and such can only be done cheaply by a company with reusable rockets. Well, Lava Eagle, it's a company with reusable rockets or a company that has a rocket that's small and expendable that can launch a lot. Or just an expendable rocket that's easy to produce. The Ares 1 solution, if you will. You can say whatever you want. Ares 1's easier to manufacture than Falcon 9. The reason why Falcon 9's currently easier to manufacture is because they made a lot. You can't beat the simplicity of an SRB, right? But that's a whole that's another can of worms we'll talk about some other time. It doesn't necessarily have to be reusable. Expendable and launching a lot seems to work. Look at Electron. Good example. Ares 1 mentioned. What's up, Kraken? How you doing? Given that PLD is planning to build a smaller Falcon 9, it might actually be quite interesting. Yeah, maybe. Would you care to see a different camera angle of the Funchai A320 go-around? I've already seen it, Fluffy. The one that's from the terminal where the thing flies like right past. Yeah. Have you seen the guys intending to make a light gas gun from DoD hypersonic research, also for space launch with a biconic steerable vehicle? Those were words. Oh, they're flat satellites. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. I bet that pilot got a number to call. I could tend to say the guy made a good decision. Anyway. I noticed that SpaceX didn't put braces on top of Booster 14 like they did for 15. Any ideas why they wouldn't? I don't know. Maybe make sure it's not bent when it's manufactured next time.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Those IKEA flat pack satellites, I wonder how much a game of Frisbee be with them costs. I don't know, maybe. I don't know why 15 has those braces at the top, Fish. My only guess would be that it's some kind of prototype reinforcement to see if they can keep the thing from bending during a catch attempt. Not 100% sure if it worked, or it's some type of manufacturing defect. Like, those are the only real ones that I can think of. Like, why else would you do that? But then again, if it was a manufacturing defect, you might not want to launch it. But then again, they did, so who knows? Hell yes, the Sky Raider has returned to the skies. First OA-1K Sky Raider 2 handed over to Commercial Air Force Special Operations Command. Don't compare that to... Don't compare that damn thing to the Sky Raider. What is that? Who makes this thing? It was developed from the Air Tractor AT-802, a crop duster. So they took a crop duster and put Hellfire missiles on it. Dude, those two PTZs probably cost more than the entire airplane. I'm just saying. Those two PTZs probably cost more than the damn thing. I mean, maybe the Hellfire missile too. I mean, that ain't no A1 Sky Raider, man. Got the Sky Raider name? Come on, man. That's now, look at that thing. Now, that's the Sky Raider. Hey, yeah, all right. Something like that. Talking about planes is why we love test pilots. Is this Chris Hadfield doing this thing? Yep. Kind of love it, to be honest. The loiter time, payload, and short field performance are no joke. Yeah, no doubt. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to even bring this up, okay? I really I hate bringing this up, but also that plane just looks strange, okay? It's just a weird looking plane. Do you know what it reminds me of? That's what it reminds me of. Doesn't need to look good, just work good. Explain the F-35 then. Getting spicy. My eyes, make it stop. Yeah, sorry. I don't know, man. It's cool, I guess, but prop tester plane. What's your opinion on the F-47's canards? That's my opinion. I do prefer this over the Sky Raider. Even that thing looks goofy as hell. Why can't we just... OV-10 Bronco was better. There you go. There you go. We're going to choose a weird forward air control plane. There you go. There you go. Nice, Lundbrun. There you go. American jets aren't allowed to have canards. Yeah, I know, right? Could have been the X-32 from Boeing. It was tongue-in-cheek, guys, but you know, y'all took that real serious. So, whatever. I don't think the F-35 looks too bad for what it's worth. That thing looks atrocious, by the way. The Boeing bailout 6th gen. Ooh. We're really getting spicy. Really getting spicy, huh? Alright. Guys, let's want to jump back to workers? That's it. That's really it. There's not much else. Oh wait. What about that the Falcon launch? That was supposed to go when it moved to 9 o'clock. Of course it moved to 9 o'clock. Why wouldn't it move to 9 o'clock? That's an hour and a half away. Quick workers? Those words just came out of your mouth. Quick workers, King? Quick workers. Quick workers? Okay. When you order 747 from Wish. All right. Well, I want to see that Falcon 9 launch, guys, at 9 o'clock, because that is booster 1088. So, like, okay, if you're wondering, check this out, dude. That's booster 1088 on its 5th flight. Now, that's pretty unassuming. You know, the way it is, you know, okay, it's a newer Falcon 9 on its 5th flight. 14-day turnaround's pretty good. Then you look at what the missions that 1088 has flown. So I want to point out that 1088's first mission was in November. That's not that long ago. But take a look at this. March 11th for SphereX and Punch. L57 on March 21st. April 3rd, Starlink 11-13. That is an extremely quick turnaround time. 3 flights in basically less than 30 days. That's crazy to me. That's why I want to stay up for it, and I want to stream that, dude. I want to see that thing do its thing. It was a 10-day turnaround immolated between SphereX and L57. Yeah, crazy. RTLS turnarounds are crazy. Once again, yeah, it's bananas, because that just tells me that the drone ships are your bottleneck in Falcon 9 missions. They could fly Falcon 9s basically twice a week. Basically twice a week. You could probably get to twice a week if it came back to launch every time. When these boosters come back, exactly what do they check to make sure it's good to fly again? There's a bunch of things. They got to refill the triethyl aluminum and triethyl borane so they can be restarted uncapping. They got to fold the legs back up, inspect the welds, then that's it. Any idea how long the Merlins are good for? I don't know, but they're... I would be curious to see, if there's a Merlin engine out there with 26 flights to its name. You've been good? I'm all right, Louie. How are you doing? Our EU friends are cooked. Read the last paragraph. Okay. What is this? Yes. Yes. Throw your contractors under the bus. That'll make them work faster. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that pays off for them. What? 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 See, Craig, I guess we're doing this now. You said read the last paragraph. Ariane Group had initially estimated that Ariane 6 flights would start at around 70 million per flight. However, with the most recently approved subsidies, it appears the real cost of Ariane 6 will be well over 100 million. Neither Ariane Group nor ESA, however, shared any specific details on how much each variant of Ariane 6 will cost to fly. Oh boy. The article is over a year old. Yeah, this was last year at this time. Interesting. Anyway, dudes, I'm going to switch over to workers now. I would invite you to stick around, even if you don't like workers, for that Falcon launch. That would be pretty good. Or just come back in 2 hours. Actually, it's about an hour. Come back in about an hour. Dude, it's not viable at 70. King, I've said this once. I've said it again. I've said it many times. And once again, this isn't harping on Europe. I understand the predicament that you guys are in Isar. Hopefully Isar, RFA, PLD, hopefully they'll, remedy this problem. Ariane 6 is a good rocket. It's a good rocket if it's 2008. It's a great rocket if it's 2008. Is the launch Starlink? We could do picture-in-picture. Yeah. Anyway. It's a good rocket if it's 2008. It's a fine piece of kit. Expendable. Attachable SRBs. That ain't the future, dude. Somebody gifted us up to Louie. I'll manage. You've been good? Missed you. I missed you. You're good now. Louie, are you tell me, give it to me straight. You in remission or what? And you got gifted a sub, too. Wait, it has the same payload to Leo as a fully expendable Falcon 9. Yeah, Sirat, that's what I mean. You are. Oh, congratulations, man. Congratulations. Good for you. Keep up the fight, brother. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the fight, dog. You dealt with that. You didn't take no crap from nobody. Good job, man. That's awesome. Keep fighting. Remember, everybody says kick cancer. No. I say kick cancer in the nuts. Right? All is fair in love and war. Right into the scrotum, mate. Right into the scrotum like this. So get your shin up there and you hit him right in the scrotum. You know what I'm talking about? Figuratively, in Minecraft. Stuff like this makes me want to take France and shake them. They're so close to magnificence, but only thing stopping them from achieving it is themselves. Tell us. Yeah, I know. Ask, how do we know all about that? It's weird. Yeah, there you go, Badger. Starship Troopers reference. All right, cool. Guys, I'm going to play workers for an hour. Yeah. Gonna play workers for a little bit into after hours. We're going till that Starlink, and then maybe a little bit after. I want to see that start. I want to see that booster. I want to see 1088 do its thing. So, still plenty of stream left, but that's going to do it for Space News, dudes. Let's flip over to workers and resources until the Falcon 9 launch. Once again, I'm just going to jog the stream real quick, so this is going to be a quick break. I'll be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second.